Thank you very much for sticking with us, Paul.
Hello.
Hi again. Talking, of course, about the new record, but also about the fact that you've got some dates coming up in the UK. People can see you, I think, in the new year, January, right?
Yeah, it's January and February. I'll be in Europe, I guess. UK, January.
Yeah, right. So how far into the planning stages for the live stuff are you? I mean, who's going to be playing with you? What's going to be happening?
Well, I did a show already on September 2nd in LA, so we got the band that I have got ready for that, and I think we're actually pretty good.
Oh, right.
It's ready for more tour. It's a 4-piece. It's I have the same drummer that I took out last time, the same lead guitarist, and Brandon Curtis from Secret Machines is on bass.
Oh, brilliant! Right, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, is the live aspect of your music something that you treat separately to the studio experience? Because it's interesting to hear you talk about making this record and kind of having the control over it, and and it being your thing. How does it work when you're bringing those songs to life for the live gigs?
It's pretty different because everything's written kind of in the studio, and then I figure out how to do it live, and so that's really just a matter of allocating parts. So whoever, we just sort of decide who should play what, but the parts are already written, so it's really a matter of just kind of practicing and learning how to play the songs well live. Okay,
and how long are you going to be out on tour, do you think, roughly?
I don't know. I'll probably go through the summertime.
Okay, is it part of your job that you really enjoy, touring and travelling?
Yes, it is. Yeah, it's all. I enjoy every facet of it. I think if anything can get you, if you spend too long on the road, I think anybody will tell you get a little crazy.
Okay, but you can do a good 6 months because
sure.
Starting January.
Sure. No, it's like when you start getting into 1.5 to 2 year territory, then it starts to be like, whoa.
I can imagine you would forget where you live at that stage and run out of clothes. Also, that would be weird. Yeah, no, don't do that. So listen, lots of people tweeting us in response to your appearance on the show today, and obviously a lot of people asking, Interpol fans asking if there's going to be any more stuff with Interpol. I mean, what's the score?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. We already have some ideas kicking around. Yeah.
Okay.
There will be another record.
At some can we give us any more on that?
Like time frame?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. It's hard to say. I'm going to do this, and I didn't really promote my first solo record. I didn't hit the road for that long, so I'd like to give this one a bit of a fairer shake. A kind of breathing space for it.
Yeah. Okay, that's cool. Oh, well, he'll be pleased about that. And what about looking back on, the time, because it's 10 years, I think, since the first Interpol album now. I mean, how do you look back on what's happened so far? Is this career something that you would have imagined you would always have when you got the band together and started making music?
It's not something that I, envision. I think Daniel, because it is sort of the band that in Interpol, Daniel formed that band, and I think he did have this sort of long vision of what we could and should accomplish, and I think we've followed pretty closely to that grand plan. For me, it's always really just been about being a musician for a living. That was the ideal. I would always be a musician, but I wanted to be a musician for a living. So.
And how long since did you want that? Like, were you
15?
Really?
That was when I figured it out, yeah.
Was there a band or an artist that you discovered that made you think, that's what I want to do?
It was Nirvana that made me think that's what I want to do with my life. I had already been playing music because of classic rock kind of had turned me on to guitar before that. But then, yeah, when Nirvana broke big with Nevermind, I was at that age, and I think it just sort of, I was that kid at home saying, like, that's what I want to do.
How different is the reality from the dream that you have at that age, do you think? And how do you tally the two? Because, doing it and, as you say, actually making a living as a musician or...
Well, it's funny because I didn't look at, like, sort of pop stars or rock stars and kind of say, like, wow, what a lifestyle that must be. I just looked at it at, like, what incredible self-expression and, like, how exhilarating that looks that they're playing music. So I think for me that was the extent of the dream, was sort of just to play music for a living. And so I never even thought about the lifestyle or the other aspects of the business that are involved, and they just kind of, I've discovered them as I went, but that wasn't what I was interested in.
Does your focus on that other thing insulate you from the kind of vagaries of the well-documented difficulties that people can run into?
Oh, I ran into most of them. Yeah, no, but at the same time, I think there's a trajectory that many artists go through, and you kind of stay on a path and sort of burn yourself out slowly, or you do it quickly, or you get off, and kind of try and preserve yourself and continue to make work and be consistent. Because I think whatever they say about burnout or fade away, I think it is a craft. So the longer you stick around and the harder you work at it, I like to believe that you get better at it. So.
Okay, well, listen, it sounds good to us, and we're very glad that you're here and still doing this, and with the new record due out next month. We wish you the best of luck with it. What are we going to hear before you go, Paul?
This one's the bass.
Over to you.
lost their shape. I spoke to the bass, and the bass says we wait. So I smoke an old cigar while the giant sun fades. I spoke to the bass, and the bass says we wait. The bass says we're safe. Now and then I can see the truth above the lights. Now and then, oh, I feel you're truly anesthetized. That's why I walk today. It's in silence and in rain. Can a man turn the page while he's trying to amaze? So I hold my arms apart. I don't deny you anything. So I spoke to the bass, and the bass says we're Flynn. The bass says we win. Now and then I can see the truth above the lines. Now and then, oh, I feel those beauties this life belies. They're like street lights, they tunnel on and on into these deep nights where the heights of alarm are so steep. So steep, so steep, so steep, so steep. I count the falling sounds, but none of these voices turn me around. Above these steeps I can fly, as lightning cycles over a pious night. I count the falling sound, I will not be staying long. Now and then I can see the truth above the lines. Now and then, oh, I see those beauties that shun my eyes. That's right.
Paul Banks live on BBC6 Music. The album is out on the 22nd of October, same day as that single, I believe. The bass over here, yeah?
Yes,
absolutely.
that is true.
And back in January for some live shows. Well, listen, we wish you the best of luck. Merry Christmas in the meantime.
To you too, thank you very much.
We'll see you in 2013. Paul Banks on BBC6 Music.
6 Music.